Good day, everybody. This is Lone Eagle 112358. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate it so very, very, very much. Everybody, do. Today's Tech Before Its Time episode is going to be on robots. If you don't want to hear the intro, you could skip to this time right here. Bing. I'm just going to talk about all these images you see right here. I was born in 1977. Doesn't seem that long ago, man, honestly. And this is when robots really started taking off, in movies. George Lucas coined the term droid, from android to droid. So now there are androids and then there are droids. Imagine that, getting to coin something. That must be awesome. But we know R2D2, C3PO, and it just took off from there. It didn't start there, though. We could go back to the 50s, with movies, and in the 60s with Robbie the Robot. This is probably the most popular one. I remember this one a lot. Though I wasn't heavy into robot movies. So this video, we're going to vote, okay? Because I'm really on the fence with this, but it's memory, okay? Why do I have all these images here? Because I just want to show people the amount of movies that we've seen with robots in it. Whether it be super intelligent computers like we see here, whether it's, I'm still learning these robots, like the proper names for them. I'm good with just knowing what a robot is, but the actual name of them, I believe this is an android. Let's see what else we got here. Transformers. Man, I love these cartoons with robots in them. It's hard to deny. Oh, look, here's another one. Here's a good one. Astro Boy. I grew up watching Astro Boy. Super intelligent computers. Boom. Space Odyssey. Not only did we watch these movies with robots in them, we grew attached to them. We gave them love. We gave a machine that's made out of cogs and cams and just pulley systems, and with obviously today's robots would have like all these computers in it. I'm not going to get into the technical term because I don't really know what I'm talking about when it comes to that, but it's non-sentient life. It's a moving mechanical thing that we tell it to do, but we've given it life. We've given it life in weird ways in this movie. Other movies, though, like I just showed here with the Iron Giant, I remember watching this movie and, it's a tearjerker. That's for sure, man. So we've bonded with these movies. We've also been terrified of robots as well. I remember seeing this movie when I was a child, and I was terrified of Arnold Schwarzenegger and... Oh, wait, that's Terminator 2. My bad. Both of the covers look familiar. Yeah, this guy scared the bejesus out of me. You know what I mean? And near the end of the movie, when he was like crawling through that thing before he got squished, that was terrifying. So, but in the next movie, just like I showed here in the thumbnail, we ended up loving this robot. We went from pure being terrified by this robot to ending up almost crying when we had to dip him in that lava or that molten level, molten steel. You know what I mean? So robots are integrated in not only into our memory but into our emotions. So a lot of us have taken that a step further. A lot of us grow an affinity through things like this. I didn't, but I paid attention to robots in the past. This is a great example right here. So what I'm trying to get to is that these next two robots I'm going to show you just don't... My body does not recognize them. What they do recognize is robots like this back in time. This is 1920, right? Metropolis here. Let me pinpoint that. I want to be accurate with this. Metropolis. Polis movie. 1927. Okay. And yeah, we're going to talk about that comment in a sec. Here, let me talk about it right now. So big shout out to John or James. He's the one who pointed me toward this robot we're about to look at. So thank you very much, sir. And this robot stands out the most because when I was heavy into the conspiracy theories, we were drawn to this robot. I believe her name is Maria. And I had to deal with the upper class and the lower class. And I'm not going to get too much into what this movie is about, but this is as far back as I can go in movies with robots. So we've got a timestamp here. Oh, Lord. Yeah, there we go. Okay. 1927, okay? The first time a robot appeared in literature was this, TikTok. You guys remember TikTok? From Wizard of Oz. Actually, it's not Wizard of Oz. Here, I got the file open right here. TikTok is a fictional character from the Oz books by author L. Frank Baum. The prototype robot. Right here. TikTok has a as he appears in Ozma of Oz. I remember this book. I read this book when I was a kid. It scared the bejesus out of me. There was something off about this book, and those guys with the wheels as feet. You know what I mean? It was something weird about this style of Wizard of Oz. But this is 1907. Okay. So I'm just trying to show consistency. And I also want to show that I'm not going to go back further than 1907. I'm actually going to go forward now to 1930, I believe. Let's just get right into this. I'm going to show you guys this robot that I've never seen before. I'm going to show a video right now. Here, let me get this ready. Get it ready over here. Now you let me know if you've ever seen this before. Now there's a couple things about this video I'm going to share with you guys, and one of them is that it's in color, 1939, and the other one is that it's a robot I've just never seen before. So let's get this party started. I should have got this started earlier. Now I have to look for it. I apologize. Oh, here we go.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, with a great deal of pride and pleasure, I present to you Electro, the Westinghouse Moto Man. Electro, come here. And here he comes, ladies and gentlemen, walking up to greet you under his own power. Stop. You see, all I need to do is to speak into this phone, and Electro does exactly what I tell him to do. Sometimes. But I don't see why I'm telling Electro's story when he's perfectly able to tell his own. So let's listen and see what Electro has to say to us today. All right, Electro, will you tell your story, please?
Who? Me?
Yes, you.
Okay, Toots. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be very glad to tell my story. I am a smart fellow, as I have a very fine brain of 48 electrical relays. It works just like a telephone switchboard. If I get a wrong number, I can always blame the operator.
Thank you.
And by the way, I see a lot of good numbers out in our audience today.
Electro, behave yourself.
Quiet, please. I'm doing the talking.
I'm sorry. Now, Electro, a moment ago you were bragging about being able to count on your fingers. Do you remember that? Well, we're going to find out about that. Now, do you remember how many children were born at the same time to a certain family up in Canada? Do you remember that? All right, let's see if you do. Count them on your right hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5? Well, that's absolutely correct. All right, now, Electro, I know you enjoy these, and I'm really going to try to give you a nice pleasure out of these. So here you are. You got that? Now hold on to it. You may now smoke this cigarette. Go on. Oh, yes, Electro, you do need a light, too, don't you? All right, here you are. And, folks, he's only 2 years old, too. Just learning.
Wow. Wow. So, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's from a movie called... See, again, I should have got my... I'm on point here, eh, guys? I'm on point. I'll just open up the file here. I'll just read the Wikipedia here, because I know how much you guys love Wiki. Electro is the nickname of a robot built by the Westinghouse Electric Corporation in Mansfield, Ohio, facility between 1937 and 1938. 7 feet tall, 265 pounds, humanoid in appearance. He could walk by voice command, speak over 700 words using a 78 RPM record player, smoke cigarettes, blow up balloons, and move his head and arms. Electro's body consisted of steel gear, cam, and motor skeleton covered by an aluminum skin. His photoelectric eyes could distinguish red and green. Cool. He was on exhibit in 1939 New York World's Fair and reappeared at the fair in 1940 with Sparko. There's Sparko. Wow. So, this is why we're voting on this one. You know, we're going to vote on it. Take the poll. The poll's going to be in the corner there. Take that poll. Is it that corner? Yeah, it's way in that corner over there. Now, the reason why we're taking a poll is because there's lots of robots between what you saw with TikTok, between 1907 up to our present day. But we don't have to go up to our present day. We could stop around 1970. That's the Star Wars. So before that, there are so many B movies out there and C-rated movies that even exists. So I went through a whole bunch of them, and I just saw a whole bunch of movies I'd never seen before. So I didn't say, oh my God, each movie is a Mandela Effect. That's not what this is about. We have to really dig deep with our feelings and our memories. When I scan this robot, okay, nothing pops up. I don't get anything from it. You know, here, I got some photos on this robot here. Let's see, robots. Like nothing. Like, have you ever seen this before? A smoking robot. That's what stood out for me immediately. We're going to talk about the movie itself. The movie's in color, but we'll talk about that in a second. But look at this. This is a smoking robot. Now, I've seen I can't recall seeing a smoking robot in present day modern films. I'm pretty sure I have a robot mimicking or trying to be human, you know, smoking a cigarette. But nothing like this from the past. When I seen this picture, I was like, that is weird, man. It's like two worlds colliding and then being presented in another world. You know what I mean? It's just, wow. And he's like, oh, and he's only 2 years old. I'm like, wow, he's smoking at 2 years old, eh? But again, they didn't know too much about smoking then, right? So he appears in one movie. We'll get into that in a moment, but this is a scene from that movie, you know? Electrode smoking robot. So he has a dog, Sparko. This is another reason why this stands out and why I'm like, I don't know, man. This seems like a Mandela to me, man. This seems like an evolution in robots. You know, like they're trying to push the robot agenda, the AI agenda. These two definitely do not resonate with me. But again, the reason why we're going to take this poll is because so hard to ask you to take this poll when I see pictures like this. What is the purpose of a smoking robot? Why back in the day would you be like, we've created this awesome robot. We've created this thing that it's a machine and we've given it a name and it clearly cannot benefit from having a cigarette. You know what is the point? So that's why I'm like, Mandela, I just don't get it. Let's go back to the wiki. Well, here's a scene from the movie, or a shot from the movie that looks like Marilyn Monroe. It's not. So, Electro toured North America in 1950 in promotional appearances in Westinghouse, and was played in Pacific Ocean, and was displayed at Pacific Ocean Park in Venice, California. So this is a lot of you guys live in this end here. So, yeah, he appeared in the movie called Sex Kittens Go to College. That's where you saw that blonde. Weird. But again, I'm assuming no one's heard of that movie. That's why we're taking this poll. Okay? This is one of those B-rated movies that no one's just ever going to hear of, especially in the 60s. This is why I'm like cautious about this one. Here I got another clip to watch, and then we'll jump to the next robot here. So let me move it over here.
Tonight's first candidate for a Skippy All-Time Award. It returns. The thing with almost human brain, Electro the Robot.
The rabbit?
You asked for it.
I am Electro, mightiest of all robots. I was created by Westinghouse Laboratory. I am 7 feet, 6 inches tall. I weigh 260 pounds. My brain is bigger than yours. It weighs 60 pounds. I can do many things. If you use me well, I can be your slave. I'm going to put this toy balloon in your mouth and have you blow it up for us. Electro, I command you to blow up the balloon and break it.
Oh shit, look at those eyes. Look at his hand. Now again, so here's the thing, what humans like to do and why I'm like asking you guys and why I kind of feel this is a Mandela is because what the humans like to do regularly now these days on Facebook and just on the internet, memes. They love memes. I'm pretty sure someone would have grabbed a hold of that by now and made a meme out of it. It's a smoking robot. It's blowing up balloons. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. Here, let's look into the insides of it. Yeah, here, let's do this. Hold on. Before I go on to the next robot. Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah. So inside this robot, we got bellows to allow it to smoke. So there's a bellow mechanism that I don't know anything about mechanics, but the bellows seems to be the part that allows air to be sucked in and blown out. Photoelectric tube to detect colors. That is pretty cool. If anybody knows anything about mechanics, please let me know when they were able to detect colors. Everything else just cams, gear parts. I also had a little bit more information right here. Mimi, get off the table. Sorry. Oh yeah. So about how the robot was being spoken to, you should speak about that. The movements were performed, and I had to write this down. The movements were performed when the operator spoke into a microphone with a series of words properly spaced, giving precise electrical impulses, telling Electro what to do. Electro took its cue by the number of impulses it received and not by recognizing the words spoken by the operator. So that's very important because we just saw the operator going, Electro, smoke the cigarette. And that's why he was speaking in that manner. The robot was not hearing him. The robot was going by the noise, like zzz, like Morse code, like zzz, zzz. I'm not saying that's what it is, but something like that. And it could just, I'm not even gonna pretend I know what I'm talking about, but you guys get the idea. It did not recognize the voice, it just recognized the pattern. And then it's much like a scripted play. You know what I mean? It's like he hit record and the robot was just playing this disc and he was timing it. That's all it is. It's scripted, but it's amazing. It's a breakthrough for its time. Could you imagine being a little boy and being there and seeing that for the first time? You would have been just shocked. You would never seen anything like that before. That's why I feel this is astronomical. It's just huge. That's why I'm making a video of it. But let's talk about the video itself. It's in color. Yeah? Hold on, let me pull it up again. It's in color. A lot of people have a problem with color because a lot of you are saying that you don't recognize JFK being in color. I'll just turn the volume off for this time. Alright, but look at the color on this. A lot of you are saying, well, JFK wasn't even in color. All of a sudden you see the assassination in color. For me, I've always known JFK to be in color, but this is what I'm saying with the World War I, World War II videos, the photography, the pictures. It seems like the technology just keeps getting pushed back. This is why I'm making this video. It's not just about the robot. We're seeing two things here now. We're seeing the technology, okay, of the camera, okay, and we're seeing the technology of, robots. So 2 birds, 1 stone. Thank you very much, Joner James. I hope Joner or Joner is how you pronounce it, or Yoner. Please correct me, because I see you in chat all the time. I don't want to keep saying your name wrong. But thank you very much, sir. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about everything you just saw. Let's go to the next robot here. So the next robot is also the same thing, man. Same thing. This one goes by many names, and this is what... trying to find the file here. Hold on. Here we go. We just saw Electro, the smoking robot. Now we're going to go to Alpha. Okay. Alpha. Here, just let me show a video of Alpha first. We'll do reverse this time.
Alpha the robot, constructed entirely of metal, but controlled only by the voice.
Raise your right arm. Fire!
Oh, shit.
Lower your right arm. How tall are you?
6 feet.
6 feet. And how much do you weigh?
1 ton.
See. Tell me, do you like little boys?
No.
Well, do you like little girls?
No.
Questions is
See?
that?
Well, do you like the ladies?
Yes.
All right. Seeing that you like the ladies, I'll invite one up for you. Now, would you be good enough, miss, to come up, please?
Are you married?
Not yet.
Would you like to be married?
on.
I say, Alpha, now you just turn your head to the left and look at that very pretty brunette there. Wouldn't you like to marry this young lady?
She'll do.
Oh, she'll do. What kind of questions are those? Was that the end of that? Yeah, that was the end. Do you like little boys? What the? That's why I'm showing this. I saw that once. That kind of creeped me out. Like, why are you asking that question? Do you like little boys? Do you like little girls? Do you like the ladies? I mean, come on, man. That was weird. I have another video here I want to show you. But did you see? So here, let's go to a photo now. Let's go to the photos. Did you see how that robot was dressed like a woman? Now here's the thing with this robot. It goes by many names and has many appearances. Okay? And there's so many things to talk about this robot. It shot a gun. Now they're blanks. Okay? But we're going to talk about that more in a moment. Can I blow this up? So you can see right here, this is like a giant robotic Mr. Potato Head. You can take pieces off of him and put other pieces on. This is the same robot, but it looks a lot different than from this one right here. You see the curly hair on this one? And it has breasts. This one has kind of like a dress and like shoulder plates, you know, to make it look like effeminate. Right here you can see it. Got curly hair. And this is the same robot. They just switched the pieces. That's messed up. I don't know why. Why would they do that? I mean, to rephrase that. That's actually pretty cool because you could make it into numerous things, right? Like, it's not just one thing. You can have multi-purposes, but you know, we're living in a time where we already have a problem with robots, artificial intelligence, tied in with sex. I don't get this, why it's able to transform into a female. Maybe I'm looking into it too much. You know, it's just, it stood out for me that this robot can change, you know, its sex. But really, it's not its sex. It's a robot. Come on, it's appearance. You know, I don't want to be like too immaturish about this, but it's just weird. I mean, and so the reason why I say it's weird is because it would have, just like Electro, we would have seen it at some point. So I'm looking for consistency. When I watch movies from the past and I see Robbie the Robot in there, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. When I start seeing everything in Star Wars and everything from the 80s up, I'm like, yeah, that's cool. But these robots, these two robots, I've just never seen before. The curly hair, it's even got eyelashes. But it's not my beef with that. I don't care that it could switch back and forth from male to female. I just find that really odd. I mean, look at these two. These are totally two different looks. Male, female. Male, female. So this thing, like, who gave the robot a gun? Who gave this thing a gun? Let's look into this. I got a file here so we can look at, you know. So this robot has had several guises over the years, from large round eyes with lamps in them to large ears with microphones, to a female form with curly hair, breasts on the chest plate, and then one with insulators on the head. It also has many names, including the Roboter, Alpha, Astra, Marianne, Eric, and Albi or Algie, and or Albi or Algi. I might be most likely, well, I am pronouncing it wrong. If you know the name, let me know. But basically, this robot's been around, like you just said there. Many disguises, many names. But what's unique about, well, there's many unique things about each robot, right? This one has a pretty cool story about, here, let me go down here. Sorry for going through these pictures really fast, but we just saw a lot of them. But for me, I felt like, I feel we should have seen this robot by now, you know? So let me know what you think in the comment section below. There isn't too much more on this robot. It's not like the first robot there. I mean, it doesn't have a wiki page. That's why we're looking at this here. And look at the affection, the humans and robots. You know what I mean? That's a female robot. Yeah, and this, you know what I mean? This is a total meme. Like, we should have seen this. Like, not a postcard, but just something out there. The way this world works is that we see something funny, and we turn it into a meme. We turn it into a cartoon. We mock it, parody. But never, none of this. Oh, look, he's got a smoke in his mouth. Although in female form, there are still images, movie clips, and press articles that refer to the female form as the perfect boyfriend. I don't even know what that means. The movie clips suggest the same, as one will deduce by the conversation and masculine voice used. Oh my lord. "6 feet 1 ton. Raises his arm, shoots a pistol on command. Operates the same as Electro. They're running on a plate, so it's pre. Oh, I'm trying to find a story here. This article is very long. Oh, I think I know why. Hold on here. Tech before its time. Androids, philosophy, electro. Oh no, it's the same thing. Anyway, that's really all I have to say about. There wasn't much on Alpha, as there was on Electro, but basically the similarities. It's the similarities are the same. Never seen this robot before. I should have. That's it. That's pretty much it. I think I had one more thing to show. This robot is actually, today it's located at Fanny Ann Saloon, I believe in San Francisco, and you can see it in the window shop. It's right at the entrance. Ah, it closed everything. Alright guys, so that's it. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. Vote. Is this a Mandela Effect? Have you ever seen this robot before? Robots. So there's Alpha the robot and Electro the robot. Electro the smoking robot. Man, that is so weird. Anyway, tech before it's time. Thank you very much for joining. Like, comment, subscribe. Love yourself. Love your neighbor. I love you. And we'll catch you on the next shift. Peace. Showed here with the Iron Giant. I remember watching this movie and, like, you know, it's a tearjerker, that's for sure, man. You know, so we've bonded with these movies. We've also been terrified of robots as well. I remember seeing this movie when I was a child, and I was terrified of Arnold Schwarzenegger. And oh wait, that's Terminator 2. My bad. Both of the covers look familiar. Yeah, this guy scared the bejesus out of me. You know what I mean? And near the end of the movie, when he was like crawling through that thing before he got squished, that was terrifying. So, but in the next movie, just like I showed here in the thumbnail, we ended up loving this robot. We went from pure being terrified by this. Not only did we watch these movies with robots in them, we grew attached to them. You know, we gave them love. We gave a machine that's made out of cogs and cams and, you know, just pulley systems, and with, you know, obviously today's robots would have like all these computers in it. I'm not going to get into the technical term because I don't really know what I'm talking about when it comes to that, but it's non-sentient life. It's a moving mechanical thing that we tell it to do, but we've given it life, you know. We've given it life in weird ways in this movie. Other movies though, like I just really started taking off, you know, in movies, you know. George Lucas coined the term droid, from android to droid. So now there are androids and then there are droids. Imagine that, getting to coin something. That must be awesome. But we know R2D2, C3PO, and it just took off from there. It didn't start there though. We could go back to the 50s, you know, with movies, and in the 60s with Robbie the Robot. This is probably the most popular one. I remember this one a lot. Though I wasn't heavy into robot movies. So this video, we're going to vote, okay? Because I'm really on the fence with this, but it's memory, okay? Why do I have all these images here? Because I just want to Good day, everybody. This is Lone Eagle 112358. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate it so very, very, very much. Already do. Today's Tech Before Its Time episode is going to be on robots. If you don't want to hear the intro, you could skip to this time right here. Bing. I'm just going to talk about all these images you see right here. I was born in 1977. Doesn't seem that long ago, man, honestly. And this is when robots really show people the amount of movies that we've seen with robots in it. Whether it be super intelligent computers like we see here, whether it's... I'm still learning these robots, like the proper names for them. You know, I'm good with just knowing what a robot is, but the actual name of them. I believe this is an android. Let's see what else we got here. Transformers. Man, I love these cartoons with robots in them. It's hard to deny. Oh, look, here's another one. Here's a good one. Astro Boy. I grew up watching Astro Boy. Super intelligent computers. Boom. Space Odyssey.